Tell me, O Muse, of the many heroes from many places who wandered the many ways of the sacked, sacred city of Arden Vol.
Yeah. Speaking of freeing some birds, welcome to the early morning session of the Arden Vulgaris campaign. This is Expedition 19. It is the 7th of Toternios, 2993. It is Dema's Day. Let's go down the horn here in the voice chat. Say who you are, who you're playing, and proclaim any oaths if you have them.
Yeah. I'm Adam. I am playing Zeros the Bloody at this glorious 3 a.m. session. So I do not currently have any boasts. This is this character's first outing.
Nice. What's your class?
He's a fighter.
I assume you went human, like standard Imperial.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to play with the what are they called? The talent roles. So
For sure. Thanks, Adam.
getting an extra one is fun.
I'm Ed. I'm back playing as Kalamanos. Level 2 seer. Yeah. He doesn't have any oaths, so that's really it from him. He wants revenge on the halflings at some point, but we'll see.
Is that me next?
It is.
Cool. I'm Lewis. This is my first time playing Arden Vulgaris. But I have brought today Sandruch, who is a Kumus nomad seer, and we'll see how long he survives for. Did manage to roll max HP, so small buffer. But...
Two seers on the same adventure. That's awesome. If two seers are going on the same adventure, that's a good omen. Those stocks are up. Go there. There's treasure. There must be treasure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And I'm MK, returning with your friendly neighborhood thief Nenad. Doesn't really have any oaths, but he would be interested in fighting his other boot. But I don't think he needs the gods for that one.
Apparently they're cheap too.
Okay. No, you sound grand. So Goodlash's stats are on this green post-it note. That's all you need to know. And and I cut off MK. What were you saying, buddy?
What's the marching order? Do we want the thieves up front, followed by the fighters, and then the seers, or?
Yeah, that makes sense. But do we have enough rope to get down this well? If that's what we need?
I have 240 feet and down to 2 gold pieces as my money.
I'll buy some rope also because I have a bit of gold.
I technically have 2 more open slots, so I could spend the last of my money on more rope, but
rope is 1 gold, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just get two things of rope.
And we've got plenty of torches. I know one of the hirelings has got 2 torches. My wizard has got 2 torches. But
I have a lantern, but no oil.
The goblin has oil.
Yeah,
I have 2 torches.
Okay, cool.
I have a lantern and oil.
Oh, right, okay, so we're going to be well lit. It doesn't matter.
Shit's lit, yo. Okay, so up front is Nenad, Shrubwasher. Second row is Zeros, and who is the other fighter?
I think I was the only fighter, wasn't I?
I think we only have 1 fighter, yeah.
Okay, and then Kalamanos with your hireling is the wizard, right? What was their name?
Bryrelin.
Braylin.
Brelin.
Okay, there you go.
I'm just do the super
Thanks.
southern spelling. And then Tarek, what was your character's name? Something super complicated, it sounded like.
Salmon hook.
Cool. Samel book. Okay.
Okay, let's rock and roll. It is a clear and crisp day. It is about 9 in the morning on the 7th of Toternios as you all leave the Inn of the Broken Head, ostensibly towards that weird well. So my question for you all is, are you going by the North Gate or are you going by the river again? There's a big old map that we're all looking at right now over in Mira.
I'm always keen to not go via the North Gate at the moment because the guards there work for the Broken Head Inn, and they may well report our movements to the halflings if we keep. I mean, were there any halflings like knocking about in the Broken Head Inn actually, Eric, when we left? Anyone keeping tabs on us that we noticed?
No, the last week has been pretty quiet.
Licking their wounds, I imagine.
Yeah. The chatter, the scuttlebutt at the Inn of the Broken Head, this isn't even like a rumor or anything like that. This is just kind of free. The scuttlebutt is, they are kind of lying low ever since the proclamation about the possible bounties and stuff on them. People are saying like, oh, hell yeah, why adventure? Just go trap them. Get them out of there. They're kind of holding up below.
Oh, yeah. The Knights of the Azure Shield. So there's a 2,000 GP bounty, isn't there, on capturing the...
And the Goblin King also has a bounty.
And the Goblin Gang have also put a bounty on them. If we take any halfling heads, we should hold on to them.
Okay, so we're taking the river?
Yep.
Okay. A shocking sight to you all as you are crossing by the river is that active in the morning, very rare, is Krasnoorstrex, the great, huge green worm, the apex, the king of Arden, if you will. They have been flying overhead, but you watch them as they soar and begin to circle around the stairs, doing something.
Have we noticed that we keep seeing him a lot, Krastin or an X?
Yeah.
Does this seem atypical behavior for him? Is
Very.
He moving around? Okay.
Yeah. Normally he's a nocturnal lad. At least he was at the first 8 weeks or so, but since then he's kind of switched it up and now he's in the day.
Maybe he's being crabby with the Knights of the Azure Shield.
He did recently get 2 wyvern pets. So those were kind of new additions in the last month or two, and maybe they need to go on walks and stuff, and so he has to no longer be goblin mode.
Yeah.
You don't know the
waking up
what's going
early
on.
to feed the kids.
Yeah, you don't. So maybe there might be something like that going on. Who knows? A lot of speculation.
When you
Rumors
have
about.
single-digit hit points, you do not question the acts of very large dragons.
There would be a patrol of the Azure Shields on the stairs at this time. But okay.
Yeah, maybe he wants a snack, or maybe his pets do.
Yeah.
Maybe this is how he takes his little wyverns out for feedings, as he lets them
he's like a mama
eat
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? All right. So, anyways, yes. Are we going to cut across? Are we going down to the ruined plaza and then going into the well? Or are you going through the northern eastern city ruins? Like, how are you how are you crossing over the temple? Because from your vantage point, there's absolutely a troop of baboons hanging out at the top of the Temple of Thoth. 6 of them.
Maybe we could skirt through the ruined plaza just to see if there's any change either at the basement or the chimney.
We could teach the baboons how to open the Temple of Thoth.
On this route, are we passing any notably, non-destroyed buildings that we haven't had a poke around in, or if we fairly thoroughly investigated everything on the route?
No.
Well, I thought your stuff said that the epicenter of the blast was the Temple of Thoth or whatever.
Yeah, which is surprisingly undestroyed by being the epicenter of the blast.
Yeah. The main corridor does sort of bisect the 2 different types of damage that's happened, right? So there's sort of like a concussive blast on one side of the Plaza Boulevard, or the main roads, right? And then on the western side, it looks more just like fired, burned, destroyed, that kind of way. It's not like many things are standing. But to answer your question, Lewis, no, there are several spots to investigate in this northern part of the.
I'd be up for, if we're passing by, just poking our heads into any buildings that aren't like completely rubble and look like grand buildings that might, once have had like important people or important functions carried out in them. But if everyone else is feeling straight shot to the well, I will also go along with that quite happily.
I don't know.
I mean,
I bought a lot of
does it-
rope to go down a well.
Cool.
I didn't hear you, Adam. You're saying
I
got it.
just said I bought a lot of rope in order to go down a well. So I think I'd like to try to get to the well
Okay.
earlier rather than later.
Sure thing.
Okay, so it was. Well, yeah. So you know there is some interesting ruins northwest of the Temple of Thoth to check out.
Okay. Yeah. If I'll pin that for later.
All right.
Yep.
So I assume you're going to cross the plaza, or no, you're going down the ruin plaza and then going past the tower and Thoth and stuff to go to the well, right? Or you're going the northern side. Regardless, the baboons are going to be watching you. But what's key?
Yeah, I think we should skirt south. Just see if anything's changed at the basement, and then head north to the well, and then
You
head down
want
the
to check
well.
up on your stashed statue parts?
No, I'm scared. I'm scared to find out what's happened to them. So let's forget that. My other character, my other hedge warder has got the other arm. He needs to go there at some point anyway, so it's fine.
Okay. It's all quiet at the ruin plaza. One of the benefits of when the dragon is out and active is that most things are lying low, not very seen or heard. Doesn't look like much has happened in the ruin plaza since the last time you were down here. No,
Cool.
yeah, no sounds of creepy crawl like undead tracking you. Nothing like that. Everything seems pretty all quiet.
No other adventurers have like fortified the.
Oh yeah,
the
no.
basement
No.
Okay. Cool.
Do you want to go check out the basement entrance and see what's like go down that cellar? I'm just describing what's on the surface right now.
Oh, I'm just want to go on the just what's on the surface. No, don't worry. We'll
Yeah, I understood. Okay, that's what I thought you meant.
If
But
there's nothing, if there's nothing particularly of interest on the surface, it looks quiet. Then
No.
let's head on to the well.
Yeah, it's as quiet as the grave. Not even any centipedes are moving about. All right. Cool. All right, so you're gonna go by the Temple of Thoth and the interesting in the interesting tower. You can see that the troop of baboons have started begin to descend the staircase a little bit, maybe like 2 or 3 stairs, so they're still about 50 feet above you, right? And you can see that the leader is a large female baboon, and in her arms are like 3 little babies, but she's like holding 3 of them in one hand and like pointing at you with the other, and like clearly like the other baboons are just kind of like scratching, looking.
She's like, these are the idiots that kept feeding me in the basement.
Oh yeah, that was them, wasn't it? Oh, I guess we'll keep a wide berth from them.
They don't pursue you down the steps, but they are absolutely auditing you for your intentions. Okay, so it is a clear day as you make it to the interesting well. Mostly of note, I would point out here is that because it's so clear, you can see down the well much more than you could beforehand. In fact, inlaid into the well, interspacing about every 20 feet or so, is a shiny convex mirror that seems to be pointing light downwards. And so you can kind of see the bottom of the well from here, unlike before. And at the very, very bottom It's almost like the light is pointing down on a giant pile of baboon poop.
So we're going down the baboon's toilet.
We had good luck with the last toilet. Surely there's riches here as well.
We did find some good stuff last time we went down the a privy. So it wasn't shards of glass then; it was mirrors that we saw. Okay, which I guess are shards of glass in a way, but.
So,
these-
well, I mean,
do
are
these-
they glass mirrors or are they like polished metal?
Well, one of us will have to go in and look.
How
It's
wide
highly polished.
is the well?
About 5 feet diameter.
About 5
Meter
feet, so-
meter and a half.
Yeah, so you could theoretically, depending on your wingspan.
Yeah. Yeah, you could do that.
then
Yeah.
probably not wise, but
And if you could if you time mashing B, you can also like wall kick back up. Prince of Persia style. Yeah.
I don't think Zeros is that coordinated.
Okay.
Yeah, can we break? Do we have? Is there a free runner class?
No. Parkour.
And then how far do the mirrors stand out from the surfaces?
Oh, they're almost flush with the surface, like inlaid.
Okay, right. All right. So they're not like
No,
edge to
it's
grip onto or anything like that.
no, unfortunately not. And there's no rungs or any like pre-adventure spikes set up in this well anymore.
Is there like a frame over the top of this well, like
No.
For a bucket to get lowered down? Like
Oh,
a
yeah,
well
no.
often does?
No. In fact, it's completely exposed to the sky.
Like, does
All right.
anybody
Is there anything in the immediate vicinity to transfix a spike or to fix a rope to? Or are we thinking spiking to try and set up a pit on?
Well, I was thinking like we could lay 2 10-foot poles across to go and like I don't know how many. What do we have? We have some iron spikes. We have 10-foot ropes, or we have 10-foot poles. We have a bunch of rope. Could we make like a frame to lower people down?
Yeah, you could probably make
I could tie one. I could tie my extra shield that I bought because I bought 2 shields. You can tie it to the bottom of the rope and use it as like a little thing to sit on when you lower and lift people up. But
We're definitely going to need something like that because only the thieves probably have a good chance of getting down this thing without.
I mean, I
breaking
think
their
if the
necks.
thieves go first and then they set up rungs and rope, it might make it easier for the others to climb.
I'm also thinking, unless we're leaving a contingent on the top, it's probably unwise to leave any obvious signs on the exterior of the well. So like maybe if we can like lower someone like 5 foot down the well, and python or something, or like spike into the wall and attach a rope that way if we feel that that's going to support the weight of a person, because the one thing we don't want to all go down there and then someone up the top remove our way of escaping, just because they're an asshole NPC.
Calamanos will absolutely volunteer to guard the top of the world. Don't worry about that.
Okay, right.
so, what does the structure above ground for this well look like? Is it like classic stacked stones in a circle around or whatever?
So it is classic stacked stones in a circle, but unlike a well that you expect to have the sort of like that roofing structure with the arc and a bucket and stuff like that, this well is way exposed. In fact, it's in a 20 by 40 open plaza, almost intentionally in the open.
Does it seem feasible to like hammer a spike into the seams of the masonry?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Do you think, does it seem like we'd get a good amount of like weight held on that?
Yeah,
if we had a few different anchor points.
Yeah. The structure of the well is extremely strong. It's clearly has survived even the blast of the
Cool.
whatever happened long ago. Yeah, and there's no like ruins anywhere. Like again, in the 20 by 40 kind of vicinity, all the ruins are a little bit almost like spread out. Nothing's taller than it. So if you want to go find some trees and stuff like that, you could. and do the thing that Adam says otherwise.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my my A plan down is lowering someone 5 foot-ish down the well, spiking in a secure anchor point for some ropes, and then lowering the main rope from there. I've got another rope and a grappling hook. If we tie that off to a spike, when we come up, someone can throw that up and out the well, and try and get a thing so that it's from the surface, doesn't look like anything's going on. Even if Calamanos wants to stand guard on the top, if he's chased away for any reason by a band of roving baboons, no one can come along and see that we're down there, see our thing, and remove our means of escape. That's my plan number one. But if other people have different plans, then we can debate.
I think that's a good plan. I think we should do that. The wizard Brulin can cast light on someone's lantern to avoid the need to waste that, and Kalamanos can read the omens for people and prepare his potions while you're setting up this contraption, if you like.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan. So, Zeros will stand guard and be muscle for holding ropes.
All right, so now I guess it's just up to see if me or Shrub Washer go down. Just flip a coin.
Yeah, so the way I'll adjudicate it is that I think this is a smart plan, and you're not necessarily, time's a factor. You have the tools and you have the talent to do it, right? So there's no reason why you just can't just succeed setting the things up like this. If we agree that time passes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
While time passes, can I do my sort of spell admin?
Yeah, because you're not helping with the watch, or you're helping with the spiking the rope setup.
Yeah, so I'm going to try.
How much rope do we have? Because I have 4.
I have 2.
I have 1, and my dude has a grappling hook. So if you've brought enough rope to do the whole
60 feet.
So 7 times 60, so like 350 feet.
Yeah.
Or no, 7 6.
420 feet.
420. Right?
Yeah, there's a bit of a tactical detail I should probably tell you about the well as you're going down and analyze this and setting it up. You can definitely tell because it's bright and you can look down and see the bottom now. You could definitely see that the well sort of stops at maybe like 30, 40-ish feet before the floor. So there's like a vaulted kind of space, right? If that matters. So like the last bit of it will, you definitely have to climb rather than rely on the walls.
So how deep is
I'm
the
hoping
well?
that we can use the field as kind of like a base plate, because like we're lowering people down, so like they'll be sitting on something, so that falling isn't a major risk. Because
so
I don't know. I mean, 30 feet of rope.
I mean, you can just tie it around someone's waist, right? And we can lower them that way.
Yeah, you can set up around the legs like a.
I just don't. I have no concept of how much weight load a shield can bear and whether it will theoretically bear or its balance or anything like that. I'm not a medieval. We need Lauren here for that, right?
You'd be tying it to a single center point, but yeah.
Okay, so the well is approximately 200 feet deep.
So we have enough rope.
Yeah.
Especially even for having the setup.
Yeah.
Of the.
All right, so I'll just mark off all my rope.
Yeah, and you can tie that stuff together, whatever. Your 2.5 hitch or whatever you want to do to make the rope longer.
Okay, so I've blessed 4 potions.
Nice.
Which I'll give out to the other PCs.
Right.
Just to remind people, this potion, it acts as an antidote against any poison, or it can be used to stabilize someone if they go down to 0 HP. So Add that to your inventory. It's quite important. Does
Okay.
anyone want their omens to be read? I.e., they don't have a luck token.
I don't have one.
I'm going to interrupt you before you can go ahead and proceed that,
Absolutely.
because some things happen as you're doing this, right? Obviously, hammering stuff in and doing this kind of, and your incantation stuff, you're not necessarily being the quietest thing possible, right?
Absolutely.
So two things will happen. The first thing that happens is from down below the well, you definitely hear the sounds of hooting and hollering somewhere deep down in this well, reverberating to you. More than 20, less than 500 baboons. In various calls, but definitely like getting kind of amped up or excited about something. The second thing is Zeros. You're keeping a keen eye, not just on the temple, but the perimeter as well. You definitely spot one of those lanky, lithe gray, bald-headed abominations crawling around on the outskirts of around sort of like the vector of the Badger Tunnel was. So kind of northeast of you. It is not in the sunlight. It is keeping in the dark, but you can kind of see a little bit like its eyes and stuff through like maybe through the twilight shadowy parts of it. You can see it's there, and it's almost like waving or beckoning you, or
Sorry,
it's
for
making
the
itself known.
uninitiated. What do we know about these entities?
They're probably some type of ghoul.
Right.
They paralyzed people and ate them.
Okay. So best not to wander over to this beckoning stranger.
Calamanus gives him the finger.
Yeah, just
It produces several chains and amulets in its other hand, and wiggles them out to you, and then beckons you.
And he has wares.
Yeah, it's literally up. Yeah. For to describe this thing, it's literally doing sort of like a backwards, like summer. What do you call it? Like when you're walking on your legs and hands? It's like doing that, and and twists over and beckons and holds this stuff and leans on its shoulder all awkwardly, like a body, like a bipedal motion is nothing to it.
We're not that wet behind the ears, bro. Come on.
I don't know.
It's Calamanus.
Samroof's
shiny.
going to produce some rations from her pocket and do the same, and then reach for her flask of oil with the other hand.
It sticks its tongue out, its long tongue that can go down to its middle, what do you call it, sternum, right, and then retracts it and goes back to the shadows. But you hear the slight jiggling of the chains and the rattling, it's here. Come on.
No.
Okay. One day.
One day. Next time, dude. Next time.
Right, so there's definitely baboons down. Have we encountered? Has anyone in the party encountered baboons before? Do we have any knowledge
We've
of them?
seen them. We've seen them a lot. We've never actually fought with them. I don't think.
They followed us around, stayed back a bit. We kept throwing them food.
Okay, right.
they're fairly intelligent as far as I know.
We haven't actually tried to speak to them though, so maybe.
Yeah. But they've been doing nothing
Wait,
but.
no, I'm thinking of beastmen. Are these ones intelligent?
Beastmen are intelligent. Baboons are as smart as they are in the real world, is how I'm portraying them.
Okay.
So probably some sort of low cunning, But yeah,
definitely tribal and kind of mean at times.
Yeah, they're troop based, very hierarchical. Obviously they follow their leader. They obviously follow strength as the number one guidance to them for survival. But the hierarchy and stuff kind of matters to baboons. I feel like that's probably obvious stuff that you would know. Other than that, they don't have a language.
Okay.
So
no talking to the baboons, but we might be able to give them food as a marking of deference to a leader, maybe.
Possibly. Yeah.
So, who's volunteering to go down this well of baboons?
Oh, let's send Shrub Basher, since he can't be surprised.
He can't be surprised. Has he got
Shrub
Has he got a
Washer.
lantern? Has he got a lantern?
Where is his sheet?
I was going to get
Oh.
Brillen to cast light on his lantern.
As long as
He does not, but I can give him my lantern.
Or maybe has he got a smaller object maybe on him that I could cast light on?
I mean, stuff that he would be wearing. I don't think you want to cast light on his armor if he's a thief trying to
No,
sneak.
but I'm thinking if I could cast it on a smaller item, he can if he needs to hide in the dark, he can put it in his pocket or something.
Oh,
cast it on a
these-
stone.
Put it on the flint and
Oh,
steel.
yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
cast on a stone. Yeah. Okay, so Brillen's going to grab a stone.
They can just hold it in their teeth, and then if they need to, they just close their mouth. It's like a hooded lantern.
Unfortunately, Brillen's spell casting is not with him today, and he fails
Bummer.
to cast light, so we'll have to use conventional light.
The irony.
One use.
The good news, though, is that before I forget this fleeting thought, is that because of the light and how clear it is today, you are in considered like well-lit conditions as you are descending into this chamber, right? Especially down this well, because of the convex mirror and stuff like that, right?
One last thing I
Right.
want to do is just read Shrub Washer's omens.
Sure. Like you can literally imagine that you can't see the whole chamber below you, right? But you can kind of see almost like it's a spotlight that's hitting this pile of baboon dung and like maybe batches of fur that's sort of like creating sort of like a conical shape.
So what is it you're doing? Read runes.
Omens. It's your
Read
class
omens.
ability. Yeah. So you can if you can make a 9, if you can make a 9 DC check using your wisdom, you can give someone a luck token basically by reading their omens.
Can you give that to
Right.
Nenad instead, or I guess both? Or
I've given one to Shrubwash. Shrubwash has got a luck token. No.
Zeros will take one if you can do more.
I can do up to 3.
Yeah, Zeros will take one.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
it
Okay. I
it
took
takes some
trans as a
time.
spell. I didn't realize.
Oh,
that's it.
then maybe
No,
not.
you've got omens. You've got omen as a class ability.
Yeah, it was maybe an
Lewis.
unwise choice to choose trans then, because they seem to have a lot of overlap.
That's fine.
Well, how long is
Uh,
there getting someone like strapped up to this and like building this thing and lowering them down? How long is that all going to take? Is that just like one turn?
No, this has been like several turns. It's probably like been a few hours. Maybe like an hour.
So
and
would
a
he
half.
be?
We'd have time to
Okay,
do
so
it. Calamars have time to do all this. Yeah.
you could kind of fit this all in with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I read Xeros's omens, but they're extremely unfavourable. He thinks you're going to die today. Sorry.
Probably true.
The dragon returns from what it was doing from the stairs to its lair.
does it have any azure shields in its teeth?
No.
Unfortunate.
Would Nenad like me to read his omens as well?
Yes, please.
The omens are also very unfavourable for you, I'm afraid, my friend.
Good.
Oh,
good.
right. Okay, cool. Right. So anyone who gets unfavorable omens, Samnoch starts like muttering and like saying things like kind of like sibilant whispers, and her eyes roll back in her head and then roll forward, totally dark black, and she just like wanders over as if in a trance and gives them a single kiss on the forehead.
Sibilant,
spell?
Sibilant Whispers is my least favorite George Michael song.
Right. Okay, so spellcasting is D20 plus your
Wisdom for you.
wisdom, right?
Survey says.
With 2 seers, it's a lot of spell.
7. Okay,
Right.
y'all are cursed. Okay.
Well, that's my spell done for the day.
No, you can omens. You can use up to 3 times. It doesn't fail like a.
I mean, that was my spell I was trying to do.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't realize
Were
you
you-
could
Oh,
cast omens around from reading the text. That it just said
Yeah.
that was for you.
No,
it's
I allow it. You
house
can
ruled that,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
it's house ruled, so seers can.
read other people's moments, even against their will, I suppose. Okay.
I think
Well-
we're prepped to go down the well now.
I think we are thoroughly prepped. All right, Shrub Washer is going to descend with the without a light spell. Just going to go down. Okay.
Yep.
30 feet down, super easy. Nothing worried about. 60 feet down, super easy. Nothing worried about. About 90 feet down, the first side of the well. Something catches. He stops and looks over the mirror that's kind of adjoining him, and he kind of taps it, and it feels kind of lighter. He's like, "Hang on a second. Hang on. Hey, boss. I think there's something here." And he's gonna fiddle around with the mirror, like checking for traps and stuff like that, right?
Spike just impales him in the sternum.
Did he just find a trap? Is he about to die?
No, it's not. He does not find a trap, but he does find that this mirror, if you press in on it, and it's rotatable. Like he can twist it. And he's like, "Oh, I should have checked the other ones." So he begins to twist the mirror, and it clicks, and it shoots out of the its wall placement, and he quickly like scrambles because he can't be ambushed above it, revealing a small hole, maybe like 3 feet wide, or like from mirror shaped behind it, and he looks in there. So you can imagine like it was like spring based, right? And like through the contraption, he can see that there is some sort of like compartment or tunnel 90 feet down, and he can't see any, in there. He's like, guys, I think I might have found something. But he's trying to whisper, I guess, for not to cause alarm from below.
He's like, all right, time to light this lantern. Takes his oil and
Should I?
lights the lantern I gave him.
Okay.
This is 1 hour, yeah.
All right, he's gonna go check
Perfect
out.
time for a secret tunnel gif.
Right.
So I basically set up my party for a TPK by going through the secret doorway yesterday in my other game. So let's do it again. I want to go in the secret hole.
Yeah.
We absolutely should go in the secret hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, so he's got his lantern lit. Start crawling through there, I guess.
Is it like one person can get through this hole?
Yeah, one at a time.
All right. So surprise free goblin first, and then maybe Zeros because I'm kind of tankier. So if we get into a fight, my 9 HP and 2 shields can hold up. Or well, we tied one of the, or no, we didn't tie one of the
I
shields.
think everybody's
to one
still
of the-
up except for him because he was still scoping out and seeing everything before people would come down.
Yeah.
Now we've got this thing set up, Eric. Can we all kind of get down to this level easily enough, like without
Yeah, for sure.
falling down to the bottom of the well?
Okay. All right. So the first thing that happens is so who's leading? Is it still Shrub Washer leading the way down here with the lantern?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let me describe what they see here. They see a 10-foot Arcantian stonework passage give way about 10 feet down into a almost like a hemispheric room. All the surfaces here, including the ceiling here, are covered in a very, very small, like hexagonal white tile. Almost like a very, very, very fancy bathhouse. They're all like reflective,
Shiny.
polished to a high sheen. The lantern continues past that 10-foot hemispheric passage, you can see that there is an offshoot in that room, heading towards, I guess if you're approaching this from the north, or if you're approaching this from the south, I should say, so like you're going southward, it would be to your east. But then the passageway also continues another like 60 feet or so of this hexagonal kind of pattern, you know, as far as the light can go. Shrub, yeah. Shrubwasher's getting like, I got a bad feeling about this. He's like, I don't know what this looks. I don't want to. This is weird. That's not, for the record, that's not me a GM warning you. That's just saying this character is like, what the hell?
He's just paid for hire, right? He hasn't got the staunch resolve.
No, he does. I mean, he's a thief.
Okay.
Like the vibes are off.
Yeah.
So he thinks there might be like a trap or something.
Yeah, but or more specifically, he's like, this ain't no art. You know, this ain't Kalis's bathhouse. You know, in Veticaster.
It's like
he and what's specifically making him freak out is that these hexagonal tiles could all be trapped, like any one of them, right? It's like DDoSing his trap brain.
If you get Calamanos down there, he can cast a spell and see if any of this, if there's anything hidden along this tunnel.
Yeah.
If we're concerned, if he doesn't want to take the time to look at every single one of these hexagonal things.
Yeah. We need to map this out also a little bit.
Yeah, I think we should leave someone at the top of the well in case this ghoul and his buddies come along and just destroy the contraption. So I don't know if the wizard should stay up there or I think
maybe the fighter should stay back.
The idea that I had was that we can basically draw the rope into the tunnel. With us,
with the hiding
and
it
it can't
5
be
feet in.
accessed from the top of the well. But my plan was to go last, kind of lower myself down a bit, give it like 2-3 minutes, then poke my head up again, see if something's coming to investigate.
Okay, that's cool. So your character would do that.
Yeah,
cool.
What were the general?
So you're gonna be the last one in
this room?
Say again, Miro.
What were the general not directions, shape of this room?
So it's a 10-foot Arcantian stone corridor. Gives way to a 10-foot hemispheric chamber, like a circular hemispheric room that has those white hexagonal tiles that are reflective.
It's only 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 12. Yeah. The floor to ceiling is about 12 feet, but you can imagine it's kind of arched, right? Furthermore, there were 2 exits from that circular room, right? There is one to the east, a little 5-foot narrow passageway, and then there is or you can just go straight through this little circular chamber foyer. And the passageway that goes straight is also covered in these white tiles.
Okay, so it's actually quite a small room. There's just a lot of potential.
Yeah.
Can we actually get past each other in this tunnel?
Yeah, it's 10 feet, so you could shuffle to the side once everyone gets down there and set up.
Okay, so Calamanos would like to get down there, and then he's going to try and use his chance spell to see if he can see anything weird in this room before we step into it.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone else is happy with that.
Sure. So you're gonna do it from the. So where exactly are you standing inside this room? Are you?
I think we're standing at the entrance, this southern entrance, before
Gotcha.
we step into it.
Okay.
He's going to stand there, and he's going to start his low, sonorous chant.
Okay. Then let me describe what else your lantern light sees as well.
Okay,
before we give you the
we should do
results,
that
right?
first. Yeah.
All right. This corridor continues for another, from that point, 50 feet.
This is the north one.
No, I don't know. How did you enter this map that you were drawing below?
From this southern one.
From the southern one. Okay, so yes. So then going
Yeah.
north. All right, so then I have to flip the directions I gave you. If you're approaching this if you're drawing it from the north orientation, I was describing it from the south orientation. So the 5-foot corridor then to you would be from the west.
Okay.
Okay. Looking down that corridor, it definitely seems like that leftmost one. It extends about 15 feet into a bunch of rubble, but you clearly see that there's some sort of staircase that was ascending upwards. Like you can kind of see like a very, very small set of stair, like the last bit of stair before it's going into rubble.
Mhm.
But it's theoretically impassable without some major excavation work.
Correct. You need to do excavation work to do that. But then straight ahead, it goes 60 feet, all tiled, before terminating at a door. The door is circular, and it appears to be the disc-shaped door seems to be like opaque. But no, like frosted, you know. But clearly made of glass or a
Frost.
transparent equivalent. Yeah. So does that make sense?
Okay.
Like
I was like
like
straight up
1950s barber. Think of like
confectionaries.
I'm thinking of like tinted. You know, like it's almost like a yeah.
Like a
like
stained
quartz
glass.
rather than
Yeah.
glass. Like, that kind of a cloudy
Mhm.
light passes through, but not clearly.
Exactly. Clearly, so behind that, you can see that there's various colors, kind of like orbiting around, behind that slightly opaque door, like Roy G. Biv kind of colors. Okay, so
Some illusionist just standing there casting color spray again.
Yeah.
Okay.
all right, Kalamanos,
Right,
step
I'm gonna
forward
roll-
and you
I start a low sonorous chant, and I doff it up. Okay.
Mhm.
I am going to use my luck token to re-roll that. Because I'm a split seer, I get to add a d6 to my roll when I use a luck token.
for sure.
This time I pass, so I start my chant and I see any invisible or hidden things as we move.
Okay. You see your eyesight switches for a moment, and you're almost damn near blinded as you adjust to this. And as soon as you look, all of the all like the past tiles that you're looking at, they all begin to change color. And actually, this is something everyone can see.
Huh.
That were these white tiles. They are now shifting like gamer lighting in a computer. You know, they are like
Are they
a
changing
complete like a
color?
prismatic alterations between like your yellow, blues, reds, greens, purples. I'm missing a color. Orange? I don't think I said orange. So you can imagine they're all like just like illusion color, like trickling waterfall style, right?
I'm not there, but
Yeah.
if I can interrogate the fiction, like how what's the cycle? Is it very rapid or is it like quite gradual? Are we talking like disco flash lights, or are we talking like
no? It's not. It's not
calm wall.
Yeah. The calm trickling, not like sporadic. EDM.
Yeah. And is it like a pattern? Is it like a wave passing across the room, or is it like stars twinkling in different
It's waves, like it's pulsing, like it's like
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole
cycling through the
room
colors.
turns one color and then another and then another and cool.
Did this start do I think this started as a reaction to my chanting, or did it seem to be unconnected?
It happened
And are
around the
there
same
any-
time
Okay, so
as
we're
you
not
entering the
really
room
sure
and
if there's
casting.
a-
Yeah,
And you said everyone that's present can see it.
right. But I imagine
So it's
under
potentially-
the chanting vision sight, it probably is even a little bit stronger, than not, which is why I described it as nearly blinding to Kalamanos, right?
Yeah, so it's potentially a reaction to magic rather
Yeah.
than like a revealing of something that was
Yeah,
there
that's what
before.
I'm
Like
wondering.
if you walk away, does it get dimmer? Does it fade? Does it?
Yeah, if I just step back into the tunnel,
Yeah.
does that change the effect?
Yeah, let me tell you what happens. As you step out backwards to the tunnel to where everyone else is standing here, the colors begin to stop, like the waterfall stops and goes back to white until in front of the door, apparating out of nowhere,
Oh no.
is a tall, like 9 foot tall, horned individual with 3 fingers and a thumb, wearing a orange unisuit, a unicloth, talking in a language you can't understand. Yeah, with their hand up in front of the door. So you can imagine sort of like the dim lighting goes to this, and it shouts a command at you. This is a language none of you all have ever heard before.
Okay. This horned creature, does it
It sounds the vibe of its order is cautionary.
it's a warning? Okay.
One
I
of these
wonder if
things threw a femur through my guy's throat in the last session.
That one,
so
yeah. That one was pale. That one was like gray skinned, pale, with purpley with yellow fingernails. This one is like white, fleshy, colored, little splotches of like freckles and things. They look very much alive. They're also, I didn't describe, but they're also wearing a little cap, little skull cap on top, like a little like cloth little cap with their horns.
You said this is a projection, like an illusion, not a ghost.
well,
No,
we don't know.
It's a ghost.
Is it sort of translucent? Did you describe, or am I projecting that from?
You're projecting it. It's no. It just seemed to teleport. Like the lights. As soon as the lights got to it, it just teleports into view and starts talking at you in a language you can't understand. The words are very real. Like the sounds are very real.
It's got three fingers on its hands.
Yeah.
It's gestured, is it gesturing in a particular manner?
Yeah.
Like what you're doing there.
Yeah, sorry. It is gesticulating in a way that's like cautionary. Like babadabadar, dabadabdar bar king song swabadab. Like Simoleon. Sounds authorial or authoritarian, dictatorial, cautionary. It's probably the only thing you could ever get out of it. As far like that's yeah.
On the surface, have I seen any more activity during this? I mean, I don't know how long has passed.
5 minutes.
Is there any more sign of that ghoul thing?
Up at the surface.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As soon as you all started descending, he's back. He hasn't approached you or anything like that, but it is back in the shadows again. It sees there's fewer of you, and watching you, it's still holding the necklace and stuff, but when there's fewer, it just puts on the necklaces and it's kind of like kind of looking curious.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure it's safe to proceed down the thing because this could just like it's keeping out the light though.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah, I
absolutely
don't
keeping
think
out the
Light
light.
from light, right? Okay, and we're early morning now, so I'll tell my townsperson to go down the rope, and once he's kind of clear, I'll start going down, and then give it like a how far is this thing away from us?
It's like far distance, so at least 120 feet or so, more or less.
Okay, so I'll give it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go down the rope and then give it like not enough time that it could theoretically cross that distance,
Yeah.
but enough time that it seems like I'm down the rope.
Yeah,
then I'll pop my head back up.
Yeah, both it revealed itself at sort of the tactically safe distance that you couldn't charge it and kill it, you know?
Yeah.
It's wants to
Yeah.
see what you can do. So it has a chance to react and likewise.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sounds good.
So yeah, I'll give it like, however long that is, and so I have a really bad time imagining distances and how long it takes to traverse them, but
Yeah.
Okay. So a few notes I'm gonna make about what we're seeing so far is I don't know if this thing that we're looking at is real, but light seems very, very, very important. So do we want to try things like snuff our torches and see if things turn out different? Like down in this area?
is there
We
any
just
light
have the
down
lantern,
there? Or is
right?
it pitch black without?
Yeah,
Without-
the walls were like glowing or something.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Eric was saying so.
They were glowing. It was extremely bright when they was doing the waterfall pattern and stuff like that, but you can imagine the white masonry is just kind of like a very nice, gentle, cool
Okay.
it's very similar to continual light spells that you've seen in different places, right? It doesn't imitate a torch. It's like a
Constant.
constant hue, brightness.
Yeah.
Kelvin, lumen.
So
What's the word? Doesn't matter.
I think we need to be very, very conscious of what we're doing with light in this place because everything has seemed to do with like lights.
Right.
Yeah.
As you were deliberating and some minutes pass, the pale white of the tile, like the tiles, right, of the bathhouse description and the hexes, they all, rather than them going back to the waterfall pattern, the image of the ghost is still there, but the waterfall pattern isn't anymore, and it's not white anymore. It's as though every single like the floor, half the walls, you almost just imagine that the walls and the ceiling and everything becomes sort of a hextant, like of sixes, where like the floor is one color, bottom half of a wall is another color, top half of a wall is color, and it goes through the rainbow again. So it's like red, blue, yellow, green, purple, and orange. And let's say in that order.
Would it be
So red's on the
possible
floor.
would it be possible to move down this corridor without touching any of the colors, or would we have
No.
to touch them?
No, you would almost have to touch them. It is like literally, you can almost imagine the entire thing is painted in this sort of rainbow color, right? Even the the
Okay.
floor.
If it syncs up time wise, is now a good time for me to pop my head out and see if that creature's proceeded towards the well?
Yeah. This would be a good time.
Yeah, I'll pop my head out and see if if without anyone on the surface, is everyone down the well, or is there anyone still
I think
on the
we're all
surface?
down there.
I think everyone but you
Yeah,
is down
so
there.
as the last person, give it a minute or something, and then pop my head back up and see if it's.
It's it's getting bolder than it was before. It's definitely like trying to go in the sun, and then it's like and like licks where its hand went in to the light, and so now it's like kind of looking around for where the next cover could be.
Very
Yeah,
important
just
eclipse.
let's hope it doesn't find a parasol.
No. Well, I was about to describe what's no. I'm near the end of your minute watch. It's clearly grabbed a funereal shroud and kind of wearing it like a cape over itself as it hurtles 30 feet to the next kind of ruin. If this was like a cover shooter, and and is using that to keep itself out of the light. You can
Gonna
hear the
have to-
jingle jangle of the chains around its
Okay.
neck.
I'm going to climb back out the well then, and I close my eyes, and like my tongue flicks out of my mouth a little bit, and it almost looks slightly forked.
Yeah.
I'm gonna D3 plus 3. Give myself try and read the omens. Oh. Yeah, no.
No,
Missed that
so
one.
close every time. Yeah.
The baboons in the pyramid are watching you all, or start shouting and hollering and like, they're getting jazzed up right now.
Right, I'm gonna get my flask of oil from it. Sorry, I'm assuming I'm carrying over some assumptions about how things work here. Our flask of oil reasonable missile?
Yeah, they're reasonable.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. So I'll grab my flask of oil, stuff if I have a handkerchief or something, in the stuff that in the top, and like give it a shake and get my flint and steel ready.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want my hireling to come and join you? So there's two of you at the top of this well.
Yeah, I'll probably holler down the well. I'll say something along the lines of, "Our friend is getting more inquisitive. It might not be a time to be on our own up here."
Yeah. So
my dude's going to come back out, but he's a townsfolk, so I guess he'll only fight to defend himself. Which, in this sort of setting, you might probably just run away instead.
Yeah. So Brewelin's going to kind of come back up as well. He has some useful spells like protection from evil and magic missile. So yeah.
Do you want your fighter to be at the place where there's probably going to be a quick fight? That's probably the best place for the fighter.
Oh yeah, unless Zeros wants to wait up there.
Yeah, Zeros will go up.
Okay.
I think that he's probably pretty useful for this.
I'm wondering whether it's smarter just to try and drive the thing off, rather than wait for it to try and come to us. We'll see how. Yeah, let me know as it progresses through the space bandings. Or
we can only see one of these things, right, Eric?
Yeah, there's only one.
So
I mean, maybe they're not that tough. I mean, they can paralyze you, but we could get it from range. Like if Brewerlin came back up, he's got magic missile, and also if Zeros was there as well, we can maybe deal with it. Have we got any other missile weapons?
I mean, I've got 2 daggers.
Zeros does not have a missile weapon, but he has a sword and a bunch of shields and a ton of armor.
All right. You know what I'm gonna do?
So,
sorry. I want to inject here. Hold on, Adam. Because I'm gonna let you. You're gonna do what you get to do. And I'm gonna allow that. But I think also at this point I want to roll initiative and just start an initiative order so we can keep track of who's going when. Right. Okay. But this initiative order will happen whatever after. So whatever the order is, Adam gets to go do his set. Zeros does this thing, and then the initiative order happens.
Sweet.
So I'm so sorry I interrupted you, Adam. Go ahead.
Yeah, 0. Oh, whoops, wrong channel. How did I even click on this one?
You're looking at my notes. It's fine.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
So you just plus 1.
It's no better.
Plus Dex, yeah. Plus Dex.
How can I not roll that when I'm...
I was just going to say that Zeros comes out there and seeing this guy has like darted from his cover to get closer. I assume he's now trapped in a building surrounded by light.
Yeah.
Like, I think he is trapped. So I think we can just kind of like surround him and
it depends.
Kind of deal with him at our leisure, because he can't leave wherever he's at unless it has another basement.
I think that's making a number of assumptions about the rubble that we don't know the facts on that about.
I think it's making an assumption based on how he moved around. Like, he had to cover himself up.
Yeah, because he's trying to move to where we are, right? But if you're imagining a ruined city with a central square in the middle, there's lots of ways he can go out of that. It's just very difficult for him to get to us without entering the light.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
I wouldn't assume that we can trap him. I think we can block his way to us, but I don't think we can assume that he has no means of egress. You know, if you think like a European plaza with lots and lots of buildings around it, all ruined, and then a central plaza where he can't get to without crossing the light. I don't think it's a reasonable assumption to say he can't escape.
But I'm just saying that even the most likely thing that has happened is he has moved somewhere that he can't he can't fight in the sun, right? Like he has to cover himself up, or needs to at least for a little bit of time. So what I'm saying is like, can we surround where he's at and just throw rocks at him?
You could try to hit him.
Like,
I mean, this sounds very much like a cornered beast situation, but yeah, if you want to do that, then yeah, I'll back you up with it.
So he's for tactical purposes, he's far distance still.
Okay.
To get into close range of you means he has to enter the plaza, and that's in the damn open. Remember that. So the weird thing about that well is that it's in that open plaza. There's nothing around it, not even trees growing in it. There's no even like ruins in the open plaza, but there are kind of ruins abutting it that are at least like, you know, a move distance away, right? So it hasn't even gotten to the closest ones. It's in like it's still like 2 move distances away in cover, right? That makes sense.
Okay, right. So if you can, so
if it was 3 houses away and now it's 2 houses, right? And then it's gonna be 1 house, and then it'll be make a decision, right?
So as to get back to the initiative order, I'm going to prepare to act on it when it comes into one house, like the nearest house to the plaza.
Okay.
And if you can let me know when it does that.
Yeah. You'll, because you're watching it, you'll know on its turn.
Cool.
Right. Do you know how initiative works in this game, by the way? Did I describe that to you, Lewis?
No.
Okay, so because you went first, then it will go to MK, then Adam, then me. Like you're the start of the Discord voice chat order. Right. Yeah, and you can imagine like it's a table.
Yep.
Okay. So MK.
Okay. I think Grubwasher will try to throw some pebbles or something into the room, because Kalamanos didn't actually step into the room, right? He just approached it.
No, he did. He stepped into the room and then stepped back.
Ah, okay.
But
yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just back out.
You already have backed out. I imagine all of you are standing in the non-colored part of the room.
Yeah,
you're in that 10-foot Arcantian corridor, right?
Yeah, back out of that little entranceway into the well proper. To start,
like on a rope.
Yeah, back down.
Oh, like you don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, because he's like, that room's a bit iffy right now. People are climbing up to go potentially fight or something. He's like, my job here is to scout. I'm gonna make sure that if we have to do something, like it's clear down here.
Yeah, make sure that nothing else is coming from below.
Yeah, and then he'll keep going down. Yeah, I guess Nenad will follow him. 2 rogues, why not?
Okay. So the retreat from this weird corridor is begun.
Yes.
All right. Adam, it's back to you.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted. I'm gonna approach the building a bit. Like, don't leave the sunlight. But if I can gather up some pieces of rubble and stuff as I go, just so I have hands full of rubble. And then if I see this ghoul, I'm just gonna throw a rock at it as hard as I can.
Oh yeah. You can definitely see it. Go ahead and throw a rock at it. If that's what you want to do on your turn.
Yeah. So this will just be a dex check.
Yeah. You get your mighty deeds.
And then because I'm a fighter, I have a mighty deeds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see if I can just like, I don't know. I'll see if I can like hit it in the hand so it can't use one of its hands.
Sure. You wanna hurt its hand? Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
12.
Okay. A 12 is not going to be enough to hit it in its cover.
All right.
All right. So it just hits the wall in front of it, and it's spooked from the rubble and the shot. Okay. On its turn, it's going to stand upright out of its weird crawling pattern, because it's holding this sort of like shawl. You almost imagine like it's like a grandmother, like a babushka, like it's like wrapping around its head, and the rest of it's dangling off of it, and it's going to fall back 30 feet, hissing and really trying to curse you, but no words come out of its mouth. So now it's retreated back. So now it's 3 buildings away. It's back to where it started.
Ed was AFK, so.
It's okay.
Yeah, so I'm back now.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
I had to switch rooms.
You're grand.
Sorry, is it my turn? Sorry, is that why you're?
Sorry.
Yeah, but you just came up, so.
Oh,
It's
okay,
just-
cool. Kalamanos has he's cast his chant. He doesn't really want to waste it, so I don't think he's going to come back to the surface. He would like to get a better look down this western corridor with it to see if see what the status of this rubble is and the staircase. If there's anything, if it looks like that rubble is shiftable or anything like that, and he's going to keep whilst keeping a close eye on what these lights are doing.
The thieves have continued going down.
The thieves have gone down there. Okay, well, Kalamanos is going to check out the western passage, and then he will follow the thieves afterwards, I think.
Okay. Yeah, it's totally okay. So when you check out the west, yeah, it's been totally collapsed, and ruined. It doesn't look like it was done by like natural erosion or anything like that. So that what I will give you that is there are segments and debris of these tiles, that are kind of like broken and chipped. There's probably a couple whole ones in the rubble. Looking at them, they're remarkably light for being stone.
Can I pocket one?
Yeah, for sure.
Does it look like someone has chiseled these off, or does it look
No.
like does it look like someone's come down here and they've tried to,
Oh yeah, no. This stuff looks like it was like jettisoned violently during the collapse, right? Like you could imagine this whole western corridor had these the designed the bath tile was just like the rest of it, but from the where the collapsed staircase is, bits of the rubble and the collapse is there's debris, and there you can find chunks of these very pretty very reflective white
tiles?
Yeah, tiles.
Okay, yeah, he'll pocket one, and in his expert opinion, as a scholar from the capital, who's probably never done a day's manual labor in his life, does he have any idea if this rubble could be cleared, or is it totally?
You have no idea.
I have no idea. Okay, fine. Cool. And then, did you want? So that's what Kalamanos would do. Brirelin, do you want him to come to the surface with you guys, or are you content for him to sort of stay down here with the thieves?
So who's that question addressed to?
Just the party.
Right. I mean, I think it sounds as though this thing has receded for now. It depends. Yeah, I think maybe. I mean, it depends what the plan is at the bottom of the well. Whether people are gonna, disembark the rope and venture forth.
Okay, so
if there's a chance you want to make a speedy escape, might be better not to have loads of people backing up the rope. But
I think yeah, okay. I think what Brirelin is going to do is stay at the entrance at this level, and he's going to keep a watch down the well. to make sure nothing's coming up to us. And that's my turn. Okay.
Okay. To Lewis.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna like curse a little bit in my native tongue, shake my head, take a deep breath, and then like crouch down, touch the ground, and then try and do that same like tasting the air thing and try and read the ores again, read the omens again. Let's see, D20 plus. Is that right? Okay, cool. Right, so I get a luck thing. Is that a turn?
Yeah,
Is that a
that'll be
full
your turn.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. I guess how far down have the thieves continued?
If you're going down, then you went another about 30 feet down with the rope and stuff. So you're 120 feet down, right? So you can imagine 30 feet above you is the secret tunnel.
And the mirrors are still there. And,
yeah.
And they're being checked as we progress down.
Yeah. It seems that that's the only mirror that can open.
Okay. Then we shall continue deeper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you can go the 30 feet down on the rope. There you are. No sign of anything below.
Do we still hear no more sounds of the baboons howling and everything, or?
No, that was like a half an hour ago.
Okay, but I figured maybe they were coming closer instead of like further away, but
no, something just got him really excited for a little bit, and then there was a climax, and then
yeah, that's it. So it's your turn, Adam.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna stay out here with my piles of rock, and if I see that ghoul show up again, I'll drill it with a rock if I can. I think that we need to have someone watch the entrance at this point, so that'll be Zeros' job.
okay. You're not the only one who can sling stones. This creature is going to pick up a rock awkwardly and throw it underhand, like a weird softball.
So it's still in view, so I can hit it with rocks.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have.
Oh yeah, then, go ahead. Yeah.
I thought it ran off. Okay.
No, it did, but then it sounded like you followed it. So you're like now like a move distance ahead of the rest of the group as you're pursuing this thing with these rocks.
No, I was staying out in the sunlight and stuff back where I was, and then if it like stuck its head out, I was just gonna like throw rocks if it tried to come back.
Yeah, well, it's sticking its head out again, about to throw rocks. So you can throw first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to break its hands again.
Do it.
Oh, that's a 3.
No.
God.
It's like it does like a corkscrew jump over your lob, and it lands. Like, have you seen those like dodgeball videos of like of people playing like professional dodgeball? Like they do like a corkscrew twist and throw it. Yeah, and throw it. Yeah, and throw it. 7 also misses.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
All right, fruitlessly just throwing rocks at each other. From cover.
Okay. So Calamanos realizes that he misunderstood the tactical situation, and everyone else has gone down the well again, leaving him on his own. So he's gonna scurry back to the well entrance and join Brirlin as they watch the thieves descend, I suppose.
Sure. Right. As you I want to describe something that happens to you as you're walking back, though. Sorry to interrupt you. No, it's okay. Just something interesting that happens as you touch the color tiles that are a solid color. they seem to flicker on and off if you stay on them. So like the red that you're walking on, like just went to black to back to basic white / off.
Okay. Okay. Maybe there's a pattern of where we can move on these things, and it'll open up
Touch
door
them
or
in a
something.
smiley face.
The-
You granted access.
The apparition is also gone when you look down the hallway.
Okay, and the door hasn't popped open.
No, but there's only but now there's 5 colors instead of 6. Like the whole red corridor that was lit is now off to white.
Okay,
Standing on it.
actually, and there's enough light here that I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah,
So
the other colors are
everyone-
ambient. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, you're not blind at all, including the shaft of the well that has light in it too, right? So yeah, you're not. Don't worry about it. You're
Okay.
good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna rejoin the rest of the party then and observe the goings on in the well, and Brirlin is gonna do that as well.
Okay.
that's
Well,
it
half
for
the
me.
group is up above, saying like, "Hang on, we got to deal with this thing," and then the thieves have started to descend. So what's your inclination when you say you're going back to the? Are you just going to hang out and not go anywhere, or are you going to join?
No,
up with-
I'm gonna hang out. I presume I presume my characters can't continue to discern the thieves because there's not.
No, that you can. They've already went down about 30 feet, so you can begin to stack up behind them.
Okay, fine.
On the rope.
We'll start. I guess we'll start following the thieves and.
Cool.
If that's the direction of travel.
Totally. All right. Semenrook, it's your turn.
Yeah,
You're opened up.
Cool.
You and Zeros are
So-
watching this thing intently.
Yeah, so
Rock fight.
now that she's seen the omens, she's gonna like confidently stride forward, put a hand on Zeros's shoulder, and say, "No, he's our friend. We can surely treat this thing." And like gesturing back and pull out again the rations from her pocket, and like proceed to like one move distance from the shadow.
Mhm.
So like, just at the edge of where it couldn't get me in a single move. Flask in behind her. And she's gonna toss the rations kind of into the like just onto the edge of the shadow, and then reach and grab her.
Oil.
Yeah, tell me if this is too much
Right.
for one turn. Grab her flint and steel in another hand and keep those kind of hidden behind her or under her cloak. She's
Yeah.
wearing like a voluminous gown.
That's cool. No, that's perfect.
And then gesture,
Yeah.
Zeros to step back.
All right. Thieves, do you descend?
Yeah, I'll step back.
Yeah, we continue to descend.
Okay.
I
You
think at this
two.
point we're like 200 something feet.
You were 90, 120. At this point, descending down, you can descend at 60 feet. So you can get down. So you're actually at 180. So you are actually right at the top of the chamber, right? So the rope continues down to the floor, I
Yeah.
imagine. Right? It's like just right offside the mound of baboon dookie. And you can clearly see from where you're at that this is an expansive chamber. One of you have a light? One of you have a
Yeah,
lantern?
we've got
Like on your belt or something?
The lantern.
Okay. Yeah, so then using the lantern to kind of peer down, you definitely can see that this is a big room. It is a perfectly square, let's just call it a 50 by 50 square room. But the passageways extend off the cardinal points of the square. So you can almost imagine you're descending into actually a 50 by 50 diamond, and then the corners aren't corners, but passageways. That makes sense?
And the wall shaft is in the middle, or
Yeah, the well shaft's right in the middle, and where the light is hitting is a conical shape of baboon and dookie and hair. Smells pretty bad. You can see that there are specks of more baboon dookie and blood and footprints in dust and rocks extending in all different directions of the corridor, but perhaps more than any other is towards based on the diagram, the north. Those are not doors, these are hallways. Like it's open. You're okay. You're grand. Lord knows I have messed up giving descriptions before. The last thing I would say, baboon noise towards the north, yeah. The last thing I would say, because your light from where you're up, you can't really see much further than the shape of that room, is that the Dookie cone, the conical Dookie pyramid, is not full of baboon poop. There's definitely like a foundation or a structure, something underneath it, like inside of it, just based on the, it's irregularity shape of how things are. It's almost like covered, yeah, like something is covered in the Dookie. So very normal Arden Vul room. All Arcantian stone, by the way. None of those weird tiles.
Okay.
So next turn you can descend fully. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. All right, Adam, your turn.
Yeah, we were trying to bait out a ghoul or something, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's my plan. You do what you feel, but
yeah,
I feel for me it feels like maybe a smarter move to bait it to the point, like kill it or yeah.
Yeah, I'll back off and I'll wait a bit. I'll still have my rocks ready, but and to shield up. If it tries to throw a rock, I'm gonna throw a rock at it. Otherwise, I'll just wait here.
Okay, let's see. Okay. It's going to begin to hiss. In fact, like you can see its tongue sticking out. It almost, instead of hissing though, and sibilant sounds, instead it just kind of looks like a panting dog with its tongue sticking out and dangling down and goes like as it backs and retreats kind of below, like the cellar that it's in can descend deep into the ground, kind of like where the you approximate this is close to the graves that you were at a while ago, the groups, like to give a perspective of where we're at. Yeah, it goes out of view as it returns back to the dark. Does not go after the food.
Okay, cool.
We had a townling or something around here, right? Could we put them on watch duty and we can go help the rest of the crew down below?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, I didn't grab what's his name? Goodlash. I didn't add Goodlash in my notes.
Yeah, could we put Goodlash on duty up here and tell him to
holler?
I think he
start
might flee at the first sign of
So
any danger.
yeah, my concern is that Goodlash is a townsfolk, so can't do anything, and it will take us so long to get back up that whatever he can tell us about the situation and unfolding will have happened by the time we're in any position to respond. Who's sorry?
Right, do we have an
Ed's,
actual hireling we can put up here?
Are we still in initiative order, Eric?
It depends on whether or not we're pursuing this foul creature into the.
So my plan is to pursue to the mouth of where it descended and see if I can collapse some rubble on top of that entrance, close it up.
No, it's too big to be sealed.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. You can see from this rubble looking down, obviously, like it goes dark pretty quick after about 6 feet or so. But you can almost imagine like an entire like basement floor, maybe like 15 feet, has just been like rubble slanted down, descended. You can see that maybe like this was like a mausoleum or something that's been opened up, and below you can see there's all these like extra like opened grave sites that have been dug up and rummaged around.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Right. Okay. In that case, yeah, I'm not going to pursue. So.
Yeah. Okay. Then we can go out of initiative as it.
Cool.
I mean, we have. I mean, Brirlin, he could stand. If you two want to come down, Brirlin can stand watch. But I mean, he has got some useful spells, so we might want to have him
Yeah.
with the thieves. He's got
Um,
sleep and protection from evil.
yeah, I mean, I'm as much as I want to be down there doing the exploring, like from a party dynamics perspective, I've probably got the least to contribute as a character. So it maybe makes sense for me to stay up here.
I mean, you at
Also,
least have spells, right?
I
Like, I
also
was
think
just a fighter.
I also
I
think the
don't have any
rule is not
spells.
really.
I tried to cast my one spell, failed, and can't do it again until
yeah, the seers are kind of actually Calamanus has still got his. He can still see secret passages and stuff. So
I think the ghoul is also not too much of a concern unless it gets dark, because like
yeah, I
it's
feel the
gonna
same.
really need to suffer to
Okay.
come through the light, to wait out there,
Yeah,
to fuck
yeah.
with our rope, to like do
He
anything.
seems to be pretty cautious. So yeah, let's go with that. We might might live to regret it or die regretting it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
mean, the
leave my
plan was when we were
townsperson
coming
up
down to
here
pull the rope
and hope
anyways, right?
hope that however long it takes anything to develop on the surface is less than it takes us to scramble out the hole.
yeah, let's just do that because it's more fun.
Um,
So, sorry to make ambush predators a standard
No,
du jour
it's
encounter.
fine.
Okay.
It gives us it's an interesting tactical concern. It puts pressure on us and makes us make interesting decisions. Cool. So yeah, if everyone's cool with that plan, that's what I propose.
Yeah, let's do that. Eric, I'm never sure about focus spells.
Yeah.
Do I have to? Am I going to have to roll again soon for my chanting?
Yeah. Sorry. Focus implies every turn. So every it comes
Every
back to you.
turn.
It's yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and
Keep it up.
I'm gonna try and keep it up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes, still going.
Okay,
So I
great.
want as I'm descending, I want to be looking all around the well, and I want to be looking at this pile of baboon crap to see if it is
Yeah.
concealing anything from me.
So your chanting site, I will say as you're descending, keeping the chanting going, there's no chance of being quiet, of course.
Oh
right?
yeah, no.
But the additional benefit to that though is yes, you can see the contours of something convex underneath the baboon dookie pyramid. That is the understructure of what's been hidden. A 5 foot tall, convex, essentially mirror shaped. It's the same dimensions and things on some sort of like, metal tripod kind of plinth thing in the middle.
Okay, well I'm gonna make the thieves aware, or try to make the thieves aware that there is something concealed beneath this crap.
Grub Watcher
Sorry.
was happy to start digging through the poop anyways, but now that he knows there's something there, like, sure.
Well, sorry to be that guy, but can you speak whilst chanting?
That's a good point. Can I do I have to does my chant have to be continuous? Or can I pause it to say
No.
something and then continue the chant?
I think being curt about like saying, through the stanzas, then say something's down there, or whatever, like there's a mirror down there, and then go back to I think that's probably pretty reasonable.
Okay, cool. That's what I will do then.
Yeah.
Or your chanting changes to an excited voice and you like point or something.
I start to actually add what I'm seeing into the chant. I incorporate
Yeah.
that into the chant. I am seeing a mirror.
Okay, so I guess the thieves have now landed down here, with Calamonos shortly following.
And Brirlin the wizard as well.
Yeah. Shrub washers start digging through the poop, and Ninad will kind of just poke to check the corridors to see what's down there.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to take several rounds to clean off. There's definitely something hard inside the baboon poop, right? That mirror shaped as Kalma's revealed, confirmed, 100%. It's going to take several turns worth of trying to clean this off to get any sort of semblance down here. But you definitely hear the sounds of like baboons scurrying and
Coming
laughing,
closer.
breathing. Not coming closer, just ambience down here.
So we probably have
Is
time for everyone to convene.
Get down here, yeah. Can
Yeah.
we see how far down these corridors go? Like, I don't want to go
Oh yeah.
down now, just kind of approach the edges and see how much distance we're working with.
Right. So each of these will go out so 40 feet from the edges of these edges of the square room. Sorry, so 40 feet from there. There's I wouldn't call it a plus sign intersection. It's actually more like a swept wing. You can almost imagine there's there's two corridors that are so the corridor extends off this plus sign, right? Continuing the way it goes. However, then rather than going north-south, it's going diagonal at 45 degrees, parallel to the shape of the square. So one's going northeast diagonal, and then one's going southeast diagonal, almost like another like diamond kind of, or like an arrow.
Yeah, it's like an arrow. Yeah. No, I think the other way.
No, it's the other way around. It's like an arrow. Does that make sense?
So it's running south, east
Yeah, rather than
at the bottom.
it's
Where's my undo button?
it's central along east-west. Symmetrical along an east-west axis,
yeah.
and then both paths lead backwards.
Yeah, and then again, I described this as a plus sign hallway. So the corridor like continues right directly in this case to the east, right? So it's not just an arrow; it continues. It's so it's like a four-way intersection. It's just that the top ones are diagonal.
Where's the draw tool?
Yes, it's not going off northwest. It's going that top passage. It's not going northwest. It's going northeast. Yeah,
That's
like
right.
how
Yeah.
Like
like
that.
that.
Sorry.
I'm gonna try and shift this stuff up here.
All right. As that's going on, furthermore, 10 feet past that corridor, there is inlaid in these Arcantian stone walls are more of these concave mirrors.
Similar to the ones in the well.
Correct.
All right, so I think under the baboon poop is going to be another mirror.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah. So this is
So we're going to have to clean that baboon poop up in order
Yeah.
to get the mirror to work.
and then launch the light a direction. And speaking of, the light just went out. Drop the oil from which character has this? What's his face had two of them. I think.
Brurelin's got Shrub Washer's got an oil flask.
Yeah, so Shrub Watcher will fill it up again.
Standing near the baboon poop, like middle area, is considered in daylight,
Okay.
right? Because you can almost imagine there's the mirrors from the well are shining a spotlight right down on it.
So that doesn't need to roll then, since it's in light. Just like
Yeah, there's no survival test in dark to light something open. There's nothing like that because you can see what you're doing. Does that make sense?
Yep. Okay, another hour of light on the torch. Continues to dig it while we're continuing these maps.
Yeah, I mean Kalamanos and Kalamanos is gonna cast his gaze around this room to see if there's anything hidden in here, and I guess Brurilin will help Shrubwasher to clear the crap from this object while the rest of the party get down here.
Sure.
I don't know if Adam's about. Don't know if he wants to go first or second, but I'll start climbing down the rope. I might stop at the false mirror, because I've not been down. I'm curious to look around. I don't know how long that takes, but
Yeah, Zeros would climb down. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted again. I'm trying to eat over here, and I'm
Oh yeah.
Try not to have you guys pick up a bunch of audio of me chewing.
Oh, I appreciate
Very
it.
thoughtful.
Frankly, we've been playing for about 2 hours. So how about we just take a 5-minute break?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Dip some water and
Yeah,
stuff like
good
that.
idea actually. Yeah.
So start the new hour. All right, see you all in a little bit.
Were all of the other directions like inverse mirrors of this, or
Yeah. They all have the
okay,
same
so
pattern.
they all make this arrow thing.
Yeah, they all make this in the same directions too.
Oh, in the same direction, not like reverse of each other.
No, they all
Yeah,
So
they
it's
all
another
slope
diamond
back
on
at
the
45
outside.
degrees
Yeah, so
respectively
it's
to
another,
each
it's another diamond,
cardinal.
basically.
Yeah, exactly. Second diamond Pippin.
Yeah.
But there was I describe it, the mirror line in the wall. That's also true for all the other directions as well.
Yeah.
So do we want to, as a group, decide not to mess with the weird frosted door with the old one thing at it and probably go further down into the baboon poop room as like a whole group?
I'm definitely more keen on the I suppose depends on, like, are the baboon sounds coming from each cardinal direction? Like, are they immediate, like they're watching, like the muttering and the cackling and stuff? Is it like, they're all kind of here-ish, just outside of our range of vision?
I think it was just like an echoing, cacophonous, we couldn't really kind of place it thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my interest, right? To know if they are, if we get a sense that they're basically just waiting to pounce on us. This just seems inherently suicidal. And I would be more interested in pursuing the unknown suicide of.
I think that's also suicide on a different
So-
way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Well, if we're gonna go down, I was thinking of making an oath of like before the sun sets, I will find where the light leads these mirrors.
So I will describe something that happens as we are. I still imagine we're doing the time passing. You're looking down the corridors. Everyone's coming down to assemble, right? That was sort of the plan, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming down, except
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the Thorkin hireling up above.
We're cleaning the poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you're doing the cleaning the poop, because a random encounter will happen. So I'm just trying to describe sort of what it looks like though. So two baboons curiously come from the north down the corridor. They're being kind of loud, being like "Ruff, ruff, ruff, ruff," and like they're showing their teeth because they can clearly like smell you before they can even see you. And then in a flash, like right at the edge of your lights, they're gone.
Oh, okay. There's no opportunity for anyone to do anything.
No, that happens before you could even before you roll initiative. Like
they head
we
back-
spot them, yeah, and then they're gone.
They head back north.
Like they ran off, or they just like disappeared,
Mid bark,
and then
They, like-
silence. They're gone.
gone. So they teleported.
That's spooky.
All right, so there's a teleporter in this room, so we got to be careful about that. Or
That was
there's a
about
disintegrator, or
60 feet north.
still in the same chamber we're in.
No. This is 60 feet. So this is down the northern corridor. So you're the square diamond, right? So this would be past that arrow-shaped intersection, right? Like right. I was gonna say I was describing this from far distance, basically at the periphery of your lights, so you can kind of like have a perspective of this. But the clarity without having a light all the way down there is why you get this now.
Have you made any progress uncovering this object in the baboon?
Yeah. How much poop is gone?
About half of the poop's gone, which is causing the light to hit the top part of this mirror, right? And it's clear. And now the entire room that you're in right now is basically, rather than just the 5 feet, is being like kind of lit up. It's going to take about another time passes of 10 minutes to kind of clean it off entirely.
Are the others that have finally caught up down here, are they helping? Does that make it go faster?
Yeah,
Or
which
are
is
you
why.
too good?
No,
Yeah.
this is not a too many cook situation. This is a rather large object. It's just that, you know, everyone's going to get dirty and covered in baboon poop as they're cleaning this off. You can see,
I mean,
like, there's...
I'm
Yeah.
definitely not helping. That's
Right.
definitely beneath.
This was... the smartest of you, or perhaps the most astute, will realize that this mirror was not nonchalantly covered in poop. It has been smeared. It has been... This was shows signs of intentionality.
Those superstitious baboons. Afraid of the light.
Or they're literally, literally afraid.
I'm not very wise or smart, so.
Well,
All right.
in my experience as an adventurer, poop is bad, light is good.
Yeah.
Let's get more light.
Okay. Before you can spend a time pass to get rid of the rest of the poop, a shadow moves from that northern corridor. Another, in an instant.
I'm back up the rope.
Yeah.
Just a shadow, or it's like a
You just
baboon.
all you see is a shadow for a second, and it just looks like a sphere, and it's gone. Just a circle or like a oval, like an egg.
Yeah. Is
And it's
the
gone.
mirror cleared enough to aim it?
No, you started. I assume you started from the top, so like the bottom and the stuff is still all poop covered and jammed.
Just kind of hold the torch up that direction to see if it reacts.
I need a give me a intelligence check from you. This is like investigation. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Let's do it the other way around. You can keep the roll. So let me just roll here real quick. Do I beat you? No.
Ooh.
You can't. So like really, it's the question of do you get the? It was actually like an initiative test. Actually, it's like do you get the light there in time? Is actually kind of the thought in my head. Yeah. You catch a hairy, curved carapace, and at least one furry leg before it leapt into the dark. It was a
baboon beetle hybrid.
No. It is not baboon shaped. It is arachnid shaped, and it's about the size of an Irish wolfhound.
Yeah, I'm definitely up the rope.
From the north. You call it just the rear leg and like very bit of its thorax or abdomen in the back. I don't think they have thoraxes. Yeah.
All right. So I'm sitting down here, and I know I just said poop is bad.
Yeah.
But we're in a place full of animals. And animals have good senses of smell. I kind of want to rub baboon poop all over myself.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of inadvertently happened. As we
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't
Even
have to
if
check.
you didn't want to, you're now covered in baboon poop.
Yeah, anyone helping clean
just
this
as a
thing
way
off.
to like completely cover any sort of normal smell of like outsider. Like I don't
Like
want
Arnold Schwarzenegger and the Predator, just like
Yeah, like there's gonna be baboon poop hanging from my hair and stuff. It's gonna be gross.
Yeah, you don't have to tell Calamano twice to do that.
This isn't a Luke gearing game, so you're probably okay. I'm thinking back to digging through the corpse pile and the corpse rot.
Okay. Do you? I think that's a valid strategy. However, the only thing I would point out is that spotting of the spider has occurred. So if you want to, because you spotted it this in time, I'm giving you all basically a free round to kind of do something before it gets to have a say. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I was trying to point out, because it's definitely coming to you.
If there is a free round to do something, then Calamanos is scuttling back up the rope. Breeren is going to try and cast sleep on it.
If people are going back up the rope,
Yeah.
Zeros is going to be last because Zeros is the heavily armored one, so he can
Right.
take a hit if needs be.
It is current. All right, so it's presently at the start of this turn. It is not visible. You saw it as it turned this corner down one of these diagonals. Let's say the easternmost diagonal on the north side. It went that way. Right,
Okay.
so you caught its like you only saw its leg and abdomen as it like quickly scurried. This thing moves, right, fast and silent.
I want to yell to the others. It's like, we need to get this place lit up. Light another torch, guard the other sides, and clear this shit out of the way.
Yeah. So I don't think you can sleep because you have to see it, right? I guess you can kind of like say, or you can hit the intersection and pray, but like other than that, it's there. You don't have sight on it at the start.
I wonder if this is. I wonder if this is going to be. I wonder if protection from evil is going to work against this thing.
Who is the one casting sleep?
It's the hireling Brirlin.
All right, Zeros is going to stand like guard over Brereland, and if something comes after him, Zeros is going to put himself in the way. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if Brirlin can't see the spider, he's gonna wait for it to emerge, and he's gonna try and hit it with sleep. Kalamanos is going to spend his free action to get back up with the other seer, I think.
Just to be sure everyone caught, I think Eric described multiple things flashing by, just so we're aware.
I did.
Yeah. Did you say a number, or did we just get vague flickerings and then caught one was a spider?
You caught. Okay. Yeah, I would say more than 3, less than 9 shadows.
All right. So we know there's a fuck ton of them down there. How far am I off?
Yeah, but if we get a good sleep off, we just win, right? Or is this a weaker version of sleep?
The way that sleep works is range near it creates a near-sized cube extending from the spellcaster. Living creatures in the area of effect fall into a deep sleep if they are level 2 or less. So it's dependent on these things not having more than 2 hit dice.
And it sounds as if it's dependent on them not all coming from the same direction. Like if they split up.
So I'm kind of hoping that with the light that we have in this room and stuff, they're not going to be able to just like
they're afraid
run
of the
up
light.
and attack us.
Cool.
They're afraid of the light, so everybody get to an edge, light a torch or something, and like keep this place lit.
I don't know. I'm hoping that they don't do well with the light because you said this is like daylight coming off of this mirror now, right?
But I also shined the torch, the lantern up to it because I saw the shadows coming, and it immediately retreated.
No, it wasn't.
That might be tactical rather than.
Yeah, I think you may be misreading the cause and effect.
Yeah. No, I don't think they're scared of the light, but I think like we saw that they were spiders, and they are like ambush predators. They're not going to just stroll out into the light to fight us directly on. They're going to wait for a shadow or something. And
I don't know. I'm gonna have my
go back into
shield
initiative now, just to get a kind of concrete sense of sequences.
Yeah.
We have a free turn right now. Is anybody going to run to a certain spot or prep something like?
Brirlin is prepping to cast sleep.
Okay.
I am guarding Brereland. If something comes straight at him, I want to be able to intercede myself, even if I catch sleep at the same time.
Kalamanos is following the other seer up the rope to see how this plays out.
Nenad is gonna keep holding the torch up, yell at Kalamanos. It's like, you think you're gonna outclimb a spider, old man? Ha! Get down here, you coward.
Is passing Omen touch? Like, do I need my hands free? Do I need to?
You do need your hands free, but I don't think you can. Because you need at least one hand free.
I can't do it on a rope.
Not without a roll.
That's fine.
And obviously, it's not going to question of like, I'm not the type of person who would be like, if you fail the roll, you fall and you die. Like, no, it's just going to be like, it's too dangerous. Just you're not going to be able to do it, right?
Okay,
I
right.
imagine you,
Yeah,
so you can.
I will put one foot on either side of the well if I can.
Yeah.
Brace myself. Hold on with one hand, and then kind of touch the thing. Get
Yeah. I mean, like a
and then
balance, something is a test for
again
your
close
balance
my
and coordination.
eyes, flicker my tongue, and say, and then I will read the omens.
No, what I'm saying is that in order to
Oh,
do
right,
this,
yeah.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna need to
I
do a
will
balance
try
test.
and
Yeah.
yeah. What's the
To see if your
roll for
legs,
balance?
I think just dexterity would probably be your coordination. It could be strength if you're like really just trying to grip onto something, and just use that as like your firm brace.
Cool.
Oh yeah, no bother. So go ahead and roll. Your body finds purchase. Yeah.
20 plus 3. Cool. So yeah, I'm gonna flicker my tongue and try and read the omens for our wizard spellcaster. Yeah,
Oh, no, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
I would do it.
because I think that's getting that sleep off is going to be clutch in this situation.
It could well be, yeah.
Okay. I like Lewis's suggestion here. So everyone gets to do something, but then we should go to initiative as for the future resolution here, determine who goes when.
Yep.
So, are we all staying down
Do
to
we
fight?
roll again, or do we just stick with the initial
New
turnover?
initiative.
Yeah, I think we should all roll because maybe one of you is faster.
Yeah, Shrub Watcher is going to
Sorry.
keep trying to clear this.
The way,
poop
yeah.
from-
Sorry, real quick. The way I've done it before, as sort of like a rolling things happen. So me and MK won't roll our initiatives, right? Because we've already done it. We've already done it. But now as everyone's joined in, roll initiative, and now we'll just change the order. That makes sense? Like we're kind of committed.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I mean, is there any
Yeah.
advantage to rolling a natural 20 in initiative? I don't think.
The problem is, it means Eric's going to go before the wizard.
Yeah, that is the one problem.
Come on, Ed, just roll better.
This is why Ed randomizes his name, so he doesn't always feel guilty based on his rolls.
That's why I randomized the personal
one. I mean, that's arguably a good thing, right? Because you need to be able to we were getting with the BX initiative, like when you succeed in initiative, but you want to do something in reaction. It's really annoying.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, and
actually, we want all these spiders to emerge and then blast them with sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your character called, Lewis? What's the name of your?
That's a good question. I've not played with them long enough to have it remembered.
Samanruk.
Samanruk. Samanrukh.
Okay. Calamanus is looking up at Samanruk, wondering why the hell she stopped in the shaft. Oh, woman!
I spelled that way off.
But so I think it's Samanruk first, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that she's read the omens for our spellcaster, she's going to keep climbing the rope.
Sure. Okay. If you don't want to do any actions, you can move at a pace of 60 feet and just as a reminder, it's 180 feet up, so it will take you 3 actions to clear the well.
How far up is the little false mirror secret passage?
Secret passage is 90 feet from the surface.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stop when I reach there.
Halfway point.
Yeah, and this bar, but I don't think I've reached there yet.
All right, you can reach it next turn.
Cool.
MK.
Okay, so yeah, now it's me. I
Want to
don't
ambush
see any of. Yeah, I don't see any of them. Shrub Washer is hastily shoveling poop off of this thing. I guess just quick estimate. Does it look like how many rounds will it be before this thing is adjustable? Like, is it like
Yeah,
half covered in poop still? A third? Like,
all right. It will take. You know what? Given the circumstances of things going on, it depends on how many people commit to cleaning it.
yeah.
What I'm willing to say is
like,
I'm
how
willing
many
to make it a
man-shirts?
usage. All right, here's what I'm saying. I'm saying it is I'm just gonna make this up as a ruling. It's gonna be like a usage die starting at a D8 at a D6. And so on a 1 or a 2. So if you say you're cleaning, you roll a D6 on a 1 or a 2. You've done enough cleaning on it that it's got you make the die decrease to a D4. And then if someone else does enough cleaning on it, then it's gone.
So
Okay.
So it's variable.
Rolling.
Yeah, so Shrubwasher is looking around all nervously. Or I guess not nervously. He can't be surprised. So he's very tactically looking around while shoveling off the poop. I set the lantern down and also hastily assist. So do we need to roll for the
Progress
for the usage you said?
Yeah. This is
Roll
basically
a
like a variable progress.
Like a D what?
It's starting at a D6. On a 1 or a 2, you made progress, and now it's a D4. On a 1 or a 2 on the D4, it's completely cleaned off.
Okay, so D6 for him.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay,
So now it's a D4.
And then D4 for.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, you guys just cleaned it off. So if you're ready on your turns, you have and maybe it was kind of like a solid piece of poop that like just kind of shingled off.
Yeah.
So
our might together.
My mental picture that I just got is that like they looked at it, saw that it needed to be like shined up, and they just threw their bodies across it, and just like smeared their bodies down.
Yeah.
Cleaned all the poop off in one go.
Right. So
Grab the goblin, use him as a
squeegee. Yeah.
I mean, his name is Shrubwasher. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Shrubwasher ShamWow. All right. So 2 things will happen then. So 1, the whole room is definitely now 100% illuminated. 2, the plinth or base that the mirror is on can be rotated.
Can we do that this turn, or
It's currently facing the back corner. Oh, this is your action for sure. Like you've dedicated yourself to speed cleaning this thing.
Yep.
All right, so Zeros' turn. How easily does this thing move? Like, is it really easy?
No, you can't like touch it and spin. You're gonna have to put a little bit of a
Dang
weight
it. I
in
was
it.
hoping to spin it around like a disco ball.
Oh yeah. No, it's not. It's
Just like no spiders.
it's not lubricated that much.
Start spitting on it.
Yeah.
Potion.
I would say it doesn't require.
Glass of oil.
Yeah. If you
That'd be
want,
lubrication.
yeah. If you want to move and attack and do stuff on your turn while also moving this, I would require a strength test to move it as well. The second part, though, if you don't want to move and you just want to kind of like be ready, like attack or something while pushing this, I would do it. Basically, it costs some move is in my head to move this thing as a fighter.
As a fighter, though, you get advantage on strength checks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have grit strength, so
It's for purposes of like where we're at right now, the mirror is currently facing like the 7 o'clock position. So, like,
all right, can I turn it to face towards where we saw the spider movement?
To the north, the 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
that will require a roll to accomplish that much. I imagine you could probably do it for free, like 3-hour clocks, like 45 degrees or so.
Sure. I
Sorry,
get
where did
advantage on this stuff, so.
where did
Yeah.
the spiders come
DC
from
10.
and go to?
North.
They were
They
coming
just
from the north, but they were
disappeared
going
to
a
the
different
north also.
direction.
This green arrow.
Cool.
You saw the leg go
So-
green arrow, but you don't know. I don't think you. What I will say is, I don't think you know if that was like the first or the last one that you saw or anything like. There was multiple that you got your light there.
They could be
fuck.
trying,
I
they could be
think-
trying to flank us, right? They could be trying to come down to the east.
I
Oh my
think
god, a 6.
Yeah, but I
given
think we
it's-
need
Given it's pointing
I-
this
No.
way,
All right,
bomb
it's
that
stuck.
roll.
we probably want to turn it that way because we know something's coming that way.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
all of
to the
these
east.
have mirrors and stuff in them. So if we just get it down one of the hallways, the assumption here is that it will spread out through all of them.
All right, it moves quickly and then immediately gets stuck. It's stuck at this green vector. Poor Adams rolls.
Yeah, you're rolling. He can't do anything else. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I mean, you could grab a weapon or like be armed and stuff if you want. You know?
Yeah, I have my sword and shield out.
Yeah. Sure. So you had to put that stuff aside to shove this thing open, and then you draw it ready, just ready for whatever comes. Okay.
Or
yeah.
can I drop the weapons in order to try one more time?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll go without weapons for a round.
And shield.
Yeah. And I rolled ferociously again.
You have advantage though, homie.
Yeah,
Oh.
you get advantage. Dear Lord, please.
Here comes the 1.
All right.
Okay, DC 10. So that succeeds.
All right. So you get it out. You break it out of its jam. Do you shove it north? 12 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put. Okay.
What?
I was going to suggest putting it east, but I don't know if maybe you can't get it way east.
That's fine.
Just because it seems like
Right.
they're moving southeast, right?
Yeah, they've come from the north to the east. So we want to.
No, so there's a
We
few
at least
things.
know some are in that direction.
Or
Well-
they're going to come out both. Or they're going to come out both directions. But
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
don't think any of y'all would have seen that. Like, only I would have at the quick glance and just
Yeah.
yelled, "Yo, there's spiders!"
Yeah, cool.
No, there's so the light that's going to shine down this northern corridor. I feel like I'm just going to have to kind of maybe just take over drawing for a second just to save us some
Oh,
time.
thank you.
How this is going to work. Sorry.
That's fine.
I love the Eric drawings. They're just like the messiest things, and he just doesn't care. People keep trying to make these pretty drawings, and then Eric's just like, I'm gonna scribble with some highlighter.
These are all
Hey, the highlighter's great for
mirrors.
initial mapping out.
Yeah.
People can go and
And you
clean
know
up
and you know what mine is as opposed to what you drew.
Yeah.
There's all these lights light up this enormous chair. It's like a red throne. There's these massive reflective mirrors in this corridor. It's open, and you can see that as the light hits this, baboons, like at least 20 or 30 baboons, all just scatter. There's a door here, door here, door here, and they all like open these doors and just like flee out as this room gets completely lit up. You can imagine like the light is bouncing off of, it's like ching, 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 reflecting off, lighting up the whole room.
but no spiders.
No spider. No. Literally, like you're gonna see 30 baboons, just like flee the heck out of here. Curiously enough, they're I would not describe these baboons that you see, this family or this giant clan, as uniform. You could see that several of them are taller. Some of them are also pale white, and some of them are like missing hair.
These are the ugly stepchildren from the baboon clans, rejected by their families.
There's also a dead adventurer right in front of the chair.
Sure.
Looks to be ripped apart.
I should have checked this. Did our wizard already have a luck token?
No, he doesn't already have. He doesn't
Okay,
already have
that's
a luck
fine.
token.
Okay, so I didn't waste that.
All right. There's this whole room again with like this almost like a throne in it. You can also see lit up but kind of covered in feces is a massive on the back wall, a massive mural of an ibis-headed Thoth. He is like, imagine like you remember like the scene from Gladiator when he's walking through the wheat and he like his hands going through like the corn wheat or whatever.
Yeah.
Thoth is like striding through a field, but it's a field of people. Like he's like his hand's not touching the people, but it's like he's like, walk with me, you know, like come with me, and it's like a herd, and he's like in the middle of it.
Didn't we just have something that we had learned that was like you go and say a phrase every so often, and it was like a thought thing? Or no, that was
Vol.
what was that thing?
That was
an Arden or
Didn't you
Vol?
guys find a chamber to Vol where you had to repeat a mantra over and over?
Yeah. Would this be a different thing?
Thoth and Vol are
Different people.
Different people? All right.
Was that it, Eric?
Yeah, how many spiders now eat us?
The spiders are all right. The spiders are nowhere to be seen. You brace ready for them. They are gone. They do not reveal themselves.
Calamanos just
As the light, yeah.
Stinging words don't grant you courage.
a job well done.
All right. Well, somebody can map over what I just drew. Yeah.
Yeah, is there a line tool rather than just like the squiggly pen?
Yeah, there's a proper line tool.
There's the arrow thing, connection line
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
okay.
so. This is like a
Works better if you
60.
draw
Yeah.
a line separately and then copy paste it onto there, because
Yeah.
otherwise
Okay,
it's gonna
right.
keep trying to like shoot around and connect the dots and shit.
Yeah, because it's actually like a flowchart connector line, and so it like thinks that objects are the things you're trying to connect, and it gets confused.
Yeah.
Like this is clearly like made for like business analysts, like rather than dungeon mappers. So
It's a shame there's no perfect tool for this.
yeah, it's brutal.
Is
A
it
tablet?
Is it 5 foot wide?
10 feet
Uh,
wide.
Yeah, it's a 10 foot.
Yeah.
I think the scale is 10 foot. Yeah.
Right, sorry. If we do a little bit of like that.
Are we still in initiative order here, Eric?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say it is.
Okay, so Calamanos is going to try. It is my turn, right? I think Calamanos is going to try and keep his chant going. And look down east to see if he can see these spiders. Is that okay?
Yeah. Looking down east, you can see that the spiders are scurrying away from you. Like they're quickly, hastily heading down the corridor away from you.
Okay, so they're not moving aggressively towards
No.
us. Okay.
All right. So getting the light up and running was a good way to not die.
Yeah. But I would also point out right now that there are a tsunami of shrieks of baboons happening. Right. As soon as the light kind of hit and made up, imagine like, you know, a crowd dispersing and like, you know, Jaws leaving the beach, you know, like as the light is the shot. Yeah, you did. So they were all like,
Okay. So they immediately fled the room. So I think they might be hurt by light. Well, they aren't hurt by light in general, right? Because we see them outside all the time.
They're just animals, I think, and the fact that they managed to smear the mirror with crap in the first place suggests that they're not literally hurt by the light. They're obviously just afraid of it. So whether this is like a temporary thing and they're gonna mass and pluck up the courage to come investigate, or whether they're actually they've actually fled. I don't know if we can really say for certain.
I want to. Okay, I really want to run into that room where they all just fled and go like grab that corpse or that adventure or whatever and drag it back to where we were and see if it has anything on it.
That is, yeah. I mean, that's definitely worth trying.
Because I don't know, I feel like we have a few minutes at least until like they come back to that room and start investigating because they're scared. But
Yep.
eventually, like, they'll get curious. So I think we got to hurry at this point.
Okay, if you want to do that, then Bruin will go with you and try, and if anything happens, he can try and blast sleep again. So he can accompany you. I don't know if anyone else wants to go with us.
So we're gonna run up to that northern chamber and grab that body that you said was in here and see if we can look around really fast, just like glance around the room.
Yeah. So if we're still in initiative and Calamar's going to stay where he is, Bruin is going to grab the lantern from the ground, right? That's been set down on the ground, and he's going to head north as fast as he can, and then hope other people follow him.
Okay.
Oh wait, we got to make sure we don't hit that teleporter thing that we thought we saw.
Was that actually a teleporter thing, or was that? Okay,
I don't know.
Was that just the way that Eric described it?
He said it was like
there's a door on
up
this east
here.
wall, though. Are we sure
Yeah.
they didn't just disappear into this door where MK's got his?
Going up, you can see that door is open, and inside there, you definitely see the desiccated, half-eaten remains of many baboons, but otherwise empty.
So how far can if Bruin grabs a lantern and heads north? How far can he get on his round?
If you're doing nothing but moving, you can move approximately 60 feet.
Okay, so he'll try and move up to that intersection then with the lantern and hope that Zeros is going to follow him on his when he comes back to his turn.
Mm-hmm.
And the Calamanos is going to stay at the bottom of the well, keeping an eye out for spiders. So I think it's Salmon Rook. Okay, Lewis.
Right. Yeah. Is anyone communicating up the well?
Okay. Well, Calamanos can shout up the well.
Are you down?
I'm still
down?
down. Yeah, I'm still down at the bottom of the well.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Then I'll come back down the rope. God, I'm gonna be so fit after all this rope climbing. I'm glad I'm not doing this in real life.
3 hours of up and down the rope.
Up and down. Yeah. I might need someone to haul me up at the end of this.
What spell have you got? Have you got chant as well?
No, I took what is it? Trans, because I didn't realize luck tokens could be passed around.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I thought that would be good to pass luck around, but if we can do it with omens, then never mind.
It gives you extra opportunity. I mean, the luck tokens are really good in this, but
knowing what I know now, I would have used one of my omens first, and then used the luck to re-roll my failed trans. But it's all a learning experience.
So I think it's back to MK then.
Okay, my turn. So then, y'all ran up to grab that body. Did you make it back? Because I wanted to rotate the light down one of the other hallways, but I don't want to leave you in the darkness there.
That's up to Eric, because we had to run up there and grab it and pull it back. So I don't know how long that's gonna take.
Yeah, I'm not sure we can do it in a round. So Bruin has gone up there with a lantern. So far in the initiative order.
Oh, but you have a lantern.
I've taken the lantern because he knew.
Okay, so I won't leave you in total darkness, but yeah. Then I guess Shrubwasher and Nenad will try to push this light to the east.
you're gonna kill us the moment all of these baboons come running out of the doors and into
Yeah,
this room with
Yeah,
us
I-
there.
I might leave it going north. To be honest.
Yeah, if I'm at the bottom of the well, I'm definitely going to tell you not to
Not to do that. Okay.
Don't touch it.
But yeah, that's assuming I can do that out of initiative.
You can shout. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess we still have our torches for 10 minutes, and lanterns. So start just walking down this east, kind of tossing rocks in front. Because yeah, we saw something disappear, so we are a bit concerned that there might be like a teleporter or something.
So you're saying you're going north, right? Because that's where they disappeared.
Whoa, I thought they disappeared at this little intersection here. So
Yeah.
the assumption is that they might also be teleporters scattered all about.
No, Kalamanos looked east. I said the spiders were going east.
Yeah, Calamanos looked east down that east corridor, and the spiders seem to be fleeing away.
I'm being generous. Yeah, I'm being generous, reminding you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to follow the spiders, that's for sure. I guess I'll go north and see if these side paths connect all the way down.
Yeah, they do.
And then just they do.
They not only do they do, but then on each this whole place is symmetric. So when I describe this to you, you could see this on both the northeast and southeast quadrant. There is a 15-foot open chamber that then leads into some sort of alcove or some sort of extra room that's inside the on the inside wall rather than outside wall. And you can't see inside the dimension, so I'm not going to give you the dimensions that size, but you can clearly see that there's shapes of some sort of open sort of alcove room.
You said 15 feet wide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just put this here for.
Yeah. There's at least one on the north side, northeast side, and at least one on the southeast side.
And with the entrance coming into the center, you said.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep. Okay.
So I'm confused. So you've gone east then, MK?
I think
you went north.
Yeah, I was going north, but you described southeast and northeast. So
I think you mean southeast on the northwest quadrant.
Yeah, on the northern.
southeast
Sorry.
from up
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Okay.
On the north, on the
Sorry.
northwest and northeast
Yeah,
quadrant.
north is up. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So I assume you're at my X right now, and that's sort of what I was describing to you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
All right, but also I know we have 15 minutes, so I want to make sure what we see. What we do.
That's just the other thing. I'm just like, let's hustle to get this body because otherwise we're going to die down here.
Right.
Yeah, let's get this body. See if there's anything else that obviously looks like treasure real quick, like just glancing around. Is there like a chest or bags or...
So, there are three things I want to point out here. One, the most important part is that there's it is a gemstone throne in the back, not just a chair, not just a red chair. It is gem, massive. It is surrounded by almost sits on a plinth itself, with like all the various like forms of like ibises and baboon and feathers, and versions of Thoth's writing. There's scrolls, feathers, like just in a motif all around it. Again, massive thing of Thoth behind it. The other to the east side, there's a big picture of it as a baboon with a scroll. On the other hand, on the other side is the ibis-headed Thoth, giving another scroll to a woman, I guess, the best way of describing it, like another god. So that's one. On two, there is a door on the eastern side that I drew is one of the ones that the baboon scurried. It is open, and peeking out is a 6-foot tall baboon who looks old. Has like a huge kind of like almost like mustache growing off of its hair of whiskers. and like a goatee, and is like just kind of like quizzically like looking at you like with the door like half kind of opened. And then the adventurer itself, right? The adventurer is still wearing like perhaps like a set of like a weakened set of leather armor, but you can see the rest of they don't have any other gear on them, like they've been stripped already. But yeah, like they've been quartered, like their arms and legs have been ripped off.
And this is this east room here, or you said further up into the room?
No, there are 2 doors there, and then there's a door in the middle on the east side that's been open.
Okay.
That's creeped open, and there's this huge baboon figure peeking out this way.
Oops.
And inside, you just hear nothing but baboons yelling. Like shrieking, crying. And like that's not the only spot you hear the baboons. Of course, you hear them in the distance above you as well. Between these doors are kind of open, revealing some sort of like hallway that's going parallel. Like you can see, it goes off this way.
So are we saying that who's managed to make it this room? Is Brillen so far?
Thoth was like the god of magic, right?
Yeah, knowledge, secrets, magic, wisdom, light.
All right, I want to make an oath because there's a giant mural of this god of knowledge right here, and I just think it would sound cool. And I'm going to look at this baboon in front of me, this big, like 6 foot tall, mustached baboon. And I know it probably doesn't understand me, but I'm gonna say, with Thoth as my witness, I will discover the secret of this place. What knowledge this place holds.
Can Kalamana? I imagine Kalamanos or Sam and Ruck can also.
I don't know. Someone ran up with me.
Well, I just to be clear, who's where. Kalamanos is still at the well. He's not gone north. Brillen has gone north. He's a wizard, so I don't know if you can make an oath to him.
No, it has to be.
Oh, I was gonna make it to Thoth, the giant mural of this god that's right over me in a room
you need
that
a
seems to be
or
worshiping
somebody around you to.
You need a
relay your
divine
message to the gods, basically.
Not in this case, given the circumstances of where you're at, I would allow a charisma test. Can you get the god's attention? If you don't want to, a seer can do this automatically, but for you to get the god's attention in this room and their presence, I would need a charisma test from you, and it would be a 14 for you to for Thoth to hear you. It falls on deaf ears. This place feels so defaced that Thoth himself has perhaps left it.
All right.
And what you hear instead is that mustache baboon in garbled Arcantian. Says, "He can't hear you."
Oh, the baboon is intelligent. Oh, great.
And yeah, do you want
but you can, Mr. Baboon.
We all can. Take your friend's corpse and be gone.
Yeah, I'll drag out this quartered corpse.
Yeah.
And we'll leave.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a tremendous roar in the distance of the loudest, maddest baboon you've heard, who's exciting and rallying the other baboons.
Do we hear this back at the well bottom?
Oh yeah. You hear the shrieking and shouting, like kind of like is converging audibly into a single kind of like roar instead of the shrills.
Calamaris is going to shout, "Marines, we are leaving!"
Yeah.
All right. I think it's time to go up the rope.
Escape the dungeon.
Down, up,
Okay.
down.
I'd be willing. Yeah.
Pick up your lines, people.
All right.
Lewis, just stop
If you-
using the rope every 30
Yeah.
seconds.
All right. Assuming we're doing nothing but leaving, I will. I'll say, and so it was.
Okay.
As
yeah, I'll
the
bring
last
the body
person.
with me.
Yeah, I assume so. So that would just be like in your pack. I guess you're only bringing like the torso. Yeah, just a torso. Yeah, as you see, there is like a swarm of baboons, like a wave, just like has taken over the chair room and is like descending towards you as you all are climbing out. You make it to the top and you pull up their rope. There's a couple on the rope as you're pulling it up, and they jump off of it as it gets too high. They're all looking up at you, hissing, and they're all like clearly like trying to like move, like scratch at the light that's illuminating this room, and hollering as you all get to the surface. Yeah. So the torso has leather armor on it.
Loot.
Yeah. I figure we can bring it to like the broken head, find out whose body it is, and bury it.
Yeah. Is it a headless torso? Or is it still got?
It is headless. No, it's headless. The head was in there.
Maybe someone recognizes the armor.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We can bury someone's corpse at the broken head. Don't leave it for the baboons and the ghouls to eat.
Yeah, but there's clearly something weird here. So clearly, yeah, there's clearly a society of something going down here. Okay, so then we'll wrap it up there.
Before we're in trouble.
Oh yeah, before things get worse. So all right, experience wise, I will give you experience for defeating the ghoul on the surface. That's pretty fair. So that will
We get
be
experience for defeating 30 baboons by chasing them out of that room.
You'll get a token amount of XP for driving them away.
We didn't defeat them, but we temporarily.
You did.
Shifted
I counted. I had a countdown of rounds before they rallied. That you all were.
We panicked them. We didn't.
You did.
Didn't
It was a great. Yeah, it was a great use, and they basically you had them basically stunned for this time to do stuff. Okay, so let me just add up. And the total number of ye are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 of you, so that's 14 shares, and then. Okay, so
do townsfolk take shares?
They do get XP. Yeah, everyone soaks up XP. They just don't get treasure. All right. So townsfolk and NPCs get a half share. So that's 27 experience. And then everyone, other than you, you do all get 55 experience. You should get it rounded up to even.
Ooh, 55.
First XP on the clock.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the whole session is just 55 experience. That's it.
Well, that's better than some of the sessions.
I'm down to 2 gold pieces, though. So.
Could we do loyalty checks for Burin and
Yeah.
It's just a charisma check, right?
Yeah, +1 for a successful session. Surviving. Nothing weird happened.
Okay, so I get totals out +0 because
yeah.
People who charisma.
Burin rolled a 4. Or I rolled a 4 for Burin.
Yeah, or actually, yeah, just say, yeah, roll with charisma. Roll with charisma.
I rolled a 4 for Burin.
A 4 for Shrub Watcher.
That's okay. I'll just make a note for both of them.
Didn't use him as a sham wow to clean poop off of him.
He's a goblin. It shouldn't be that much different from his normal life.
Boom.
All right. It's fine. So a failure on a loyalty test that's not a 1 means that they're not going to be available next time. They could still be available. It just means they're not automatically available for next game. And they're gonna the next time if they want to adventure with you, they're gonna demand a full share of treasure to make it worth their while.
Sure.
That's it.
I got a 20 for Godlash.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Goodlash will work with you for free next time.
Cool.
He's not like a loyal companion or anything yet, but he's willing to go again with you.
And sorry, you said he got, what was his share of XP?
Half yours. 27.
27 XP.
So.
What was the in-game date? Sorry, today.
The 7th of Toternios.
Reaping towards level 3.
There you go. So put the whole date in chat. So that's Arden Vool. Look, I don't know how we all keep skipping treasure, but it's just I think it's just because I keep giving you ambush predators that take up the whole time.
Yeah,
really?
Indeed.
Yeah, gotta.
We'll find some treasure eventually.
I'm sure. Like there's so much treasure.
Some treasure. Yeah, there's some around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so next session.
I mean, we did find some treasure. There's a gigantic
Gemstone throne. Yeah.
Ruby.
gemstone throne. We we didn't
Oh, when
drag
you
it out.
was it Ruby? Is that what the?
Yeah, red gemstone, red beryl. So it could be an agate, could be ruby. Could be what's it called? Not chrysanthemum, but not crimson. What's it called? The other red one.
Bloodstone.
Carnelian.
That's what I was thinking of. Carnelian.
My character I had a character who died as Carnelian, actually, but
So it could be that, but yeah, clearly like this is a very holy. Yeah, the point being is that this whole place is serving massive holy Thoth energy. Just been defaced by baboons.
So next session's at 2:00.
It is.
Can I take Kalamanos out again if I don't?
Yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
I can do. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just can't do downtime. That's my only rule is that you can't downtime and play. You have to wait a week if you do downtime.
Oh, does the hex tile I grabbed from the secret passage? Does that take a slot?
Oh yeah, it does take a slot.
It does, yeah. Okay.
Does it count as loot? Does it have a financial value?
Yeah, does it count as loot?
It will, but you can't do it at the inn. But I guess you get the experience for returning it, right?
Well,
so that's true. So everybody does get experience for returning some treasure.
1,000.
2. Sorry, 4. No, 4 experience for PCs, 2 experience for the NPCs.
I'll take it.
Every little helps.
It does.
Number go. Woo.
Yeah.
29.
XP go brr.
The merchants at the inn will tell you that you have to take it to Gosterwick to get it completely formed out. Because they're like, this is not statuary. Look at it. And yeah, they describe it. It's not stone and it's not metal.
Okay, I was going to say, have they ever seen this? Have they seen this material before? They think it's.
No, but no. If you send it over to the factors, I'm sure they'll be interested in it.
Get it down for lab tests.
Yeah.
Right.
What was decided for getting to the surface from the inn? If that would be like a roll thing, because it's like half the people in the next session are there and half aren't. So.
Yeah, it'll be a reverse escape the dungeon check, unless you want to just play it out.
Okay.
We'll see what people want to do.
Yeah, I guess we'll see who's all on and everything.
If you don't mind us playing it out, we can just try and get to you. But it just obviously you're going to be sitting there. Maybe you can have a hireling or something. Or if people
yeah,
if people want to do something on the surface, you can roll.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we'll do it later on.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that would be the session today.
Cool.
So, thanks for playing.
See y'all in 2 hours.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.